Excellency George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Before we become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or certain condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country, so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because their side is there. These are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel. We're going to side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
I see in the next few months a noisy country, a very noisy country, rowdy country, a heavily divided country, a very tough economy, a sense of elitism by those who are coming at the hem of authority. The coming in of the Unity Party is going to multiply the economic woes, the economic conundrum, the economic quagmire, the suffering of the Liberian people is going to multiply. We are not prophets of doom, but the reality will come.
And why we should go through this rigorous, chaotic, demoralizing, and inexplicable situation, after much cogitation on this clandestine and surreptitious footing, he said, and I quote, "I am not a magician. Forgetting words are like egg. Once broken, they are gone. Once spoken, they remain indelible in the heart of man." Come to think of it, do they have the powers, the spiritualism, the bracadabra, the voodoo to perform the magic, and as well transmogrifically transmute and transfigurate this ugly, debilitating, and exasperating situation? I saw it. The locution, "I am not a magician," in its jocularity in quote 1. 2, the uncircumscribed bluster and in a vituperative ululation. I saw it in their hocus pocus explicandum, explication, elucidation, where we thought the shibboleth was a travesty and a parody to lampoon the masses expected a limousine from the government. After the miserly, the niggardly, the chaser-perry, the penurious, and the parsimonious, that I will say and remember at this point in time that this is democracy. The government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Not oligarchy, plutocracy, and aristocracy. The catchword, the byword, the shibboleth, the locution, the conversion, the paroxysm, the spasm are counterintuitively excruciating, malodorous, horrendous, odoriferous, and odorous. But I pray that is so much acclimatized transmogrification, is so much acclimatized transmutation. It's not an act of sarcasm. Could it be that we are heading for better days? Could it be the political Moses that will take us to the promised land? Only on this note will I koto in Japoho, or else I will not koto in Japoho.
I see in the next few months a nicer country.
It's in a political hogomondogos way. It's in a political hogomondogos way. Yes, the Muay Thai. We are in a debilitating. It's in a political hogomondogos way. 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 Yes, the Muay Thai. We are in a debilitating, lobotomizing, and ignominious political muahaha. Political yo, political holy poly. Tell Mr. President, we are tired of the mendacilloquence, prostitute, and sabanism. Yes, mendacilloquence, telling lies in a full way, prostitute, propaganda. This impedimenta, combustible, and volatile lemma, in its maximum exoneration, reminds me of the biblical Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani. What germinated the abnegation and repudiation? What an academic muahaha! Academic yo-ho caused by these political yo-yos, political yobos, in their leadership rococo, leadership barbaration, in conjunction with administrative bemusement, holy poly, and discombobulation, in their obstreperous, malevolent shenanigan and hocus pocus agenda. Your boo-boo has poo-pooed into your business. The bifurcation, this impedimenta, combustible and volatile lemma, in its maximum exoneration, reminds me of the biblical Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani. What germinated the abnegation and repudiation? What an academic muahaha! Academic yo-ho caused by these political yo-yos, political yobos, in their leadership rococo, leadership barbaration, in conjunction with administrative bemusement, holy poly, and discombobulation, in their obstreperous, malevolent shenanigan and hocus pocus agenda. Impedimenta, combustible, and volatile lemma, in its maximum exoneration, reminds me of the biblical Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani. What germinated the abnegation and repudiation? What an academic muahaha! Academic yo-ho caused by these political yo-yos, political yobos, in their leadership rococo, leadership barbaration, in conjunction with administrative bemusement, holy poly, and discombobulation, in their obstreperous, malevolent shenanigan and hocus pocus agenda. Your boo-boo has poo-pooed into your business. The bifurcation and abdication of the vision in the name of honorificability to the Nitatibos, just to score cheap political points and discombobulation, in their obstreperous, malevolent shenanigan and hocus pocus agenda, in conjunction with administrative bemusement, holy poly, and discombobulation, in their obstreperous, malevolent shenanigan and hocus pocus agenda. Impedimenta, combustible, and volatile lemma, in its maximum exoneration, reminds me of the biblical Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani. What germinated the abnegation and repudiation? What an academic muahaha! Academic yo-ho caused by these political yo-yos, political yobos, in their leadership rococo, leadership barbaration, in conjunction with administrative bemusement, holy poly, and discombobulation, in their impedimenta, combustible, and volatile lemma, in its maximum exoneration, reminds me of the biblical Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani. What germinated the abnegation and repudiation? What an academic muahaha! Academic yo-ho caused by these political yo-yos, political yobos, in their leadership rococo, leadership barbaration, in conjunction with administrative bemusement, holy poly, and discombobulation, in their obstreperous, malevolent shenanigan and hocus pocus agenda. Your boo-boo has poo-pooed into your business. The bifurcation and abdication of the vision in the name of honorificability to the Nitatibos, just to score cheap political points. Then floxina hilipilificating. You see, distility, politicals of torrent rodomotates and defalcators that you and I know. the lab annotation of their eleemosinaries, ostentatious and libidinous lifestyle shows that they are out. Oh, obliteration, mutilation, decapitation. Say no to this academic bantigism, academic noctambulism, and academic malocclusion, which their children are not part of.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because their side is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much
important. His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country, as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Good afternoon, people, wherever you are calling from. We say good afternoon. Out of Liberia, universally, would say hi. It's good that you join us. Real Talk Kings 88.5 on this 21st day of August 2026. The reign of Judah Christopher Nebuchadnezzar. What a time, what a day. We go real as always, irrespective of the issue, those who are involved, the magnitude of it. We are on our obligation to get Liberia better. Stakeholders, everyone aids. This is the Republic of Liberia, not the Republic of 7 people call themselves Unity Party. I'm Sam Andrews. As always, Sam Andrews. Grateful we are to God Almighty, faithful in all of his ways, never reneging on his promises, but fulfilled every word that he altered in the fullness of his time for our benefit. We are grateful. Thank you for being with us too, from Monday to Friday, putting in your time, energy, and resources. We acknowledge that. We are grateful, and let's continue to hold together. It's not an easy task. It is tedious, strenuous, sacrificing, threat in different ways, forms, and shape, just as giant comes in different form, shape, and manner. But your presence with us motivates, elevates our spirit, and strengthens us. We are grateful that you are our partners in progress. It's another day. It's called Saturday. TGIF, they say, thank God it's Friday. Yes, thank God it's Friday. Before Friday, there was Monday. Before Monday, there was Tuesday. Before Tuesday, and then there was Monday. And before Monday, there was a Sunday. And before Sunday, all the other days. So it's TGR. F, TGIM, TGIT, TGIW, TGIT, then TGI, presently Friday. Let's bring on some of you. Time is of the essence, and you are coming in your thousand. We want to run through as many as we can. Marcotte Beer, Bon County, Rising Sun TV, Dallas, Texas, Alexander Dollar, United States, Tennessee, Morris Zodua, Macklin Street, Waterside, Jeremiah Labla, Soul Clinic Community, Alex Coquia, Johnsonville, Saturday, Woodaware, Atlanta, Georgia, USA, David Gifler, Mandra Market, Waterside, Ambassador Walter Morgan Jr., CDC regular intellectual militant, Quilly M. Banks, Groville, Moulton Corner Roll, James Cortiman, Vonjaman, Lofa County, Boyman Caddy, Hotel Africa, Virginia, Emilia Delaney, Broville, Emmanuel Roberts, Kakata, Bobby Jadia, Zozo, Lofa County, Podekemon, Wheeler, Mangibi County, Juja Onewell, Paris Lobert, New Jersey, USA, Vinicius Bar, New Cruton, Claudia de Paul, Emmanuel Brown, Minnesota, USA, Tobasi, Setu Jabo, Johnsonville, and Klogba Blamosinian, Painesville, Red Light, Emmanuel Davids, Tusa Field Road, that's Gardnersville, Awali City, Police Academy, David Williams, Colorado, USA, William Huff, Plymouth, Minnesota, USA, Fatu Conan, Magibi, Jumon Colley, your residence, Rita Christine Haites, Massachusetts, USA, Jukon Tichie, your business center, Johnson Street, Morovia, Josh Johnson, my dear sister, Orita Sunday Choir, hope that you are faring well. Good to have you on. Thank you for everything, the support, the concern, the pieces of advice, the conversation. You are so good, so great, such a good woman. Thank you ever so much for everything. God bless you. Hey, my dear Gion brother Stephen Coker, good to see you. Hope that you are faring well. The chairman himself, Roman Rico, Kenneth Ball, Latu Pound, Chairman, Block 18, District 18 Intellectual Center. Good to have you on, Mr. Chairman, and all of you great people. Reminder, today is the 20th. We've been following the opening events, Nigerian Bar Association, 66th Annual General Conference. His Excellency, Dr. George Manan Weir, will deliver the opening address as the keynote speaker. Following the formalities that are put in place here in Liberia called the protocol to address the bar association, and that gathering will involve scores of different professionals from different backgrounds apart from the lawyers. And then after that, they are in their meeting of the minds or thematic session. Liberia will be speaking to the Nigerian lawyers, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and it will be televised around Nigeria, other African countries, and globally. We are in the age of technology, so I expect to follow the address of His Excellency, former Liberian President, political leader, Congress for Democratic Change, George Manan Weah. Also at that gathering is the general manager of King's 88.5, who himself a lawyer, A.B. Weah, Teacher Light, as he's widely known, in Nigeria to participate as observer in that conference. We're grateful that the Anthony at Law, Abraham Gossent Weah, is in Nigeria for such a high-profile pontifical gathering of lawyers and other top business executives, politicians, medical executives, military, just everybody across the eye of the Nigerian sector. Teacher Light is in Nigeria to participate in that event. So it's this weekend, it will be live. Don't worry, you will follow the address. And after that, as you heard him say in his statement, he will be returning to Liberia. Those who have branded him as weak, those who have said all manner of things against him, and they think that they have injured his reputation, they think that they can say anything about him, whichever way they want to say it, and then he will be weakened. Well, it only strengthened him. So he will be back in the country at the, let's say on Monday, and given what is happening, President Weah is concerned. This is not from his office, but we are aware historically of what unfolded the last time he was returning to the country, when the government, when the Unity Party government sent armed men all over to the place, like somebody was coming in to overthrow the government. They had armed men all over. It was a heightened tension. Then you have this drug thing, and President George Weah is the target of Unity Party government. So I am sure he is aware. So he will know how he's coming through that airport. You saw what happened with Musa Ability, the wisdom Musa Ability used. He did not allow anyone to hold his luggages, any one of them, because as an opposition leader, they do not trust the government. They do not trust officials of the government. And I have told you this, if these people who are in the nucleus of Liberia's politics do not trust government officials, then what more you who are down the line? I've told you to be mindful with Unity Party people, be careful with them, watch your relationship with them. If not, you might find yourself in a situation. Unity Party people are out for something different. The people, as far as they're concerned, this country is theirs. It's Unity Party's property. They must have it. They must own it. They must decide. They must do everything that just as the Children Party was in power for 200 years, they want to be in power for 200 years. And they did not hide it. Their party chairman, Unity Party chairman, Pastor Luther Tappe, made it clear that they will stay in power for 200 years. To stay in power perpetually, it means that you will stifle upon the rights of the people, you will subject people to inhumane treatment, you will lie to people, even if they need be to kill, you will do it, because people who want to stay onto power, leaders or rulers that want to stay onto power, death is not far. Death is a normal thing for them, jailing a normal thing, because they would do anything to get people off their way. Watch all of the dictators, all of the tyrants, all of the despots over the world. Since God created the world, they would do everything and anything to hold on to power. So be careful. His Excellency Dr. George Weah will be returning to the country next week, and he is aware of the atmosphere. He's not coming just because he has to return. He's aware of what is unfolding in Liberia. He's aware he doesn't trust the security. He does not trust Unity Party security at the airport. So coming home, he's not coming, leaving himself vulnerable. He knows exactly that the government is after him. He is the government main target. So he's not returning to the country just as a mere person. And nobody, no government official, no security official would dare move around there and say they want to hold anything of the former president. Already, the former president is tactical. He's very, very tactical. So that one, we leave it. He knows exactly what it is. So his address to the Nigerian Bar Association is this weekend. With that now, people, let's get into what we've got for today. Please, I beg you, wherever you are, whatever the situation, I beg you, please pray for former Vice President Joe Howard Taylor. Please pray. Since they took her to the hospital the day before yesterday, she's still there. It seems that her condition is worse. Please, in the name of God, please, wherever you are, say a prayer for her. Day before yesterday, she was taken at the hospital on a heavy military gun presence. She's still at the hospital. 3 days running, it tells you, it seems that her condition is not yet stable. Please, I beg you. You are Christians, you are Muslims. If you are Confucians, Baha'i, Rastafarian, whatever the faith or religion, please pray. Pray, please, as we did before coming on the air, asking God protective covering upon her. Is all I can say, people. I beg you, I hold your foot. Please pray for the former Vice President, Joe Howard Taylor. 3 days in the hospital under heavy military gun presence. Her lawyer, one of her lawyers, and former Associate Justice Kabina Janan, said they were denying seeing her for whatever reason or reasons. Well, he himself said he did not know. The Independent National Commission on Human Rights, headed by another lawyer, Mohammed Famule, and his team went to see her. They were denied, and people have been denied. Now, in such a situation, just so you know, the only person that can see, given the situation, occasion or regular, the lawyer. 1. 2, given the patient's condition, if the patient is in a critical state, the doctor or doctors that are treating the patient can advise, for psychological reasons, the person should not have access to people in and out. What that means in medical term is to avoid any distraction on the part of the doctors as they attend to the patient. 3, when the patient is not in a critical condition and the patient can move 2 feet, 4, 5, 6, 7 feet within the locale, can speak normally, it becomes by the discretion of her protectors to decide. So she's in the hospital, but it's been 3 days now. She's still there. Please, I beg you. You people are Christians. You people are people of faith. I beg you, hold your foot, you pray. Let's pray for the First Lady, that she recovers. The most important thing is for her recovery. God said in James 5:16, the effectual, fervent prayer of the righteous availeth much. What that means is it invokes God to move, and God moves. We are with her, and we are standing with her, and in the fullness of time, with every conviction, she will recover. We are very, very, very grateful to God Almighty for keeping her, and God in heaven, the God who healeth, will stabilize her and heal her. Thanks to the doctors who are working 24/7, even though they themselves atmospherically under pressure, psychologically, saying amen all over. But God is in control. We believe in God and trust God that she will be well, she will recover, and she will answer to whatever the government's concerned. Please pray for her. So we go this way. God, take away the pains that she's enduring.
God, today I just want to lay down in your arms. Take this pain out of my heart. Let your anointing of peace come over my life and over everyone in my family. Lord, stay with me tonight. Hold me close. Don't let me face this alone. God, stay with me and take this pain away. God, I came in with my hands wide open, but my heart was barely holding on. Smiled so long while my soul was broken, singing faith through a trembling song. There are nights I never speak about. There are tears that never touch my face. There are battles in the quiet house where only heaven knows my place. I don't need a crowd to see me crying. I don't need the world to know my name. I just need your mercy like a river running through the ashes of my pain. God, take this pain away. I've carried it too long. I've been praying trying to turn my tears to songs. God, take this pain away. Let your healing touch my soul. Where my heart is been in pieces, Lord, make a broken whole. I've been strong for everybody, but I'm weak before you now. I have held my breath in silence, but I'm learning to cry out. There are scars beneath my worship. There are wounds behind my praise. But if you could use a broken vessel, use me in this holy place. I don't ask you for easy roads. I don't ask to never fall. I just ask you when the storm gets heavy, be the strength that carries all. God, take this pain away. I can't heal it on my own. I slept beside this sorrow. I have called this grief my home. Take this pain away. Breathe your peace into my chest. Where anxiety has been speaking, let your spirit give me rest. I remember what my mother told me. Child, don't let your faith run dry. There is oil inside the crushing. There is morning past the night. So I'm standing in the valley with a hallelujah in my throat. Even if my voice is shaking, I still believe in every note. You were there when I was sinking. You were there when no one knew. You were closer than my heartbeat when I almost came unglued. You don't waste a single teardrop. You don't miss a whispered prayer. When I thought I was abandoned, you were standing there. Take this pain away. Tomorrow, stop today. Let forgiveness break the prison.
Let forgiveness break the prison.
Let your light invade the grave. God, take this pain. Turn my mourning into fire. Lift my soul above the shadows. Set my weary heart higher. I don't want revenge for the hurting. I don't want my past to lead. I just want a heart that's clean and open, and the courage to be free. Take the weight I kept pretending wasn't heavy in my hands. Take the fear that kept me running from the place your promise stands. Take the words that cut me deeply. Take the shame I never showed. Take the memories that chase me down a long and lonely road.
It's called Take Away the Pain. Please say a word or two for the former vice president. She's still undergoing medical treatment, 3 days now. It tells you that her condition is serious. Yes, serious. All right. Let's go to what we've got on our plate. We will be following the development there. Please share the show as many times as you can. So the government of Unity Party, accepted 1,200 different people into Liberia, meaning they are from different countries into Liberia. They are from different countries. The United States government has this arrangement with countries, African countries. Remember Donald Trump, first term statement that Africa is a shithole place. So he's demonstrating it. Put it in another word, Africa is a dump site. So they have this thing called country transfer. Country transfer. They enter agreement with that country. I told you yesterday is in 3-4 morning, and depending on the condition, the country can say we accept them without nothing, logistics. And they have always dealt with African countries. They don't go to European countries. No. So you see, racism is still existing in different ways, forms. And those of you who blast other countries for being racist, you have to understand the comprehensive nature or the chameleon nature of racism. This is a complete racist act. They say, we're not sending these people to any one of the white countries. We send them to the black countries because the black people are just irrelevant. They are people this, they are shithole continent. We dump them there. They are subservient countries. They want this, they want that. even though they have natural resources to develop their country, but they exploit it politically, they enrich themselves, so they are always begging and begging. Since they are begging continent, we dump these unwanted, undesirable characters on them. I tried researching this and asked for the countries. And guess what? Liberia is the first. Liberia is the first. Liberia, let me read in the countries to you. Liberia, Cape Verde, Cameroon, Central African Republic, Democratic Republic of Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Eswatini, Ghana, Rwanda, Sierra Leone, South Sudan, and Uganda. These are the countries. They said, hey, you people are subservient countries. You people are peasants, downtrodden countries. You got nothing for yourselves. So come on. Here is it. You want money? You want money. So we give you money. What's the total budget America is alleged to be is operating in? When I was doing the research, 44 million. So they divide the 44 million across these countries. Eswatini receive 1.5 million. Eswatini receive 1.5 million. And their number is less. Their number is less. Far less. Very, 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 very less. Their number is far less. They receive 1.5 million. And you want to know how many millions Liberia receive? Well, Liberia government did not disclose. They have not said anything to that yet. They only said that they have entered a transfer agreement to bring those 1,200 Liberians, so 1,200 non-Liberians to Liberia. They did not disclose the amount, and only a minute portion, very small number of the country is concerned asking about the amount. Small. The rest of the people are not asking. They want to ask, but they don't want to ask. They think that because it is the government, so there's nothing wrong with it. Ironically, there is a serious concern about that. You ought to know. Besides the rehabilitation aspect or the acceptance, societal integration, they'll have the right to make a determination on asylum status. That means they can make Liberia a country of asylum for them. Liberia can be their asylum country. And two, that they might want to be citizen of this country, they will have that right, and on and on. But what is it that Liberia is getting in return? What is it? Is Liberia getting money? Is Liberia getting logistical support? Or is Liberia doing it free of charge? Free. That's the question you should be asking. Free. Is Liberia just said to the United States government, yes, our country is hospitable, so bring the people. We have unique culture here. Our culture is such that you can live here peacefully. You can incorporate. You can reintegrate. You can assimilate. You can do anything of being in a country freely. Or they got money from the United States. Because the research told me those are the three conditions they operate. Either you are given money, you are paid to receive the deportee, or they gave you logistics, because you will have to state the condition, your condition. They gave you logistics, or that you have to do it free. You render favor. Those are the three conditions. But mainly, it centers on financial ground. You are paid. America pays those countries that agree to accept those undesirable characters. America pays those countries. It is never free. The bargain is we pay you, you accept these people, and then you can go on to receive them. Diplomacy has something called reciprocity. And that's what they brought about when this guy issue came out, Garcia. They brought Garcia issue and say, oh, it is on reciprocity ground. And reciprocity, you have to understand, it simply means when somebody do something for you, you do it in return. Now, what reciprocity is? The Minister of Information, Unity Party minister, said that the arrangement was entered into in September 2025. So they struck this arrangement long, as in 2025. Now the first batch of people are coming, or the first batch is already in the country, 20. They will be coming in piecemeal. So you want to know, that's the question we're asking. The government did not say. Have a listen, have a watch and listen. So
100 deportees from the United States. None of those people are actually from Liberia. They are coming to West Africa. Liberia, it has agreed to accept up to 1,200 deportees from the United States. None of those people are actually from Liberia. They are from other African countries, from the Americas, from the Caribbean, and they are being deported to Liberia, where it is believed that they have said that these people will have the opportunity to apply for asylum within Liberia, or indeed move on to other countries. Liberia have also made clear that this is not a quid pro quo situation with the United States. Donald Trump, as we know, has been dumping many third-party deportees on the African continent, and Liberia is now the latest list of countries on the African continent.
Please, I beg you, listen to the latest description. Listen to the word that she used, dumping. Dumping. It's not a good word. It's not a good description for a country. Now, she's not being unruly. Please, that's not what I'm saying. She is only, or she did confirm in her report, or inserted that word, giving her understanding, just as we have been saying over the time. And I just said to you before the report that the lady that America sees Liberia and other countries, other black countries as dumb site. When Donald Trump said shit whole continent, that's what he meant. That look, whatever we have, we just dump it on the African countries. You people are subservient. You people are black people. You people are dumb site. You people have no essence, no value. Though you have natural resources, but you can raise your own standard of your country. So since you people are begging and begging all over the place every day, so this is what we do. We send these people to your country and we give you small money. That's dumping right there. The lady just used the same word that we've been using. It's not good for a country. Only a subservient country stoop so low. Other African countries, they looked in Donald Trump's face and said no. Even in our poorest state, we can't do this because we'll be inflicting harm on our own country. We'll be injuring our community. If any one of these people died, it's not the responsibility of America. Because in the agreement, what we do know about agreement like this, you will sign a waiver. A waiver means, look, we're feeling what these people, we come and pay you, we give you everything. These people now they're in your hand. They have families around. If anything happened to them and they die and the family raise issue that you will be held responsible. For all America, no. Will not be held responsible, and that's it. So let's assume 2 or 3 of these die. And their families in their respective countries start to raise concern. Will America come in Liberia's defense? No. Now, they will see Liberia as what? They will see Liberia as that country that killed their relatives. They will see Liberia now as that, and then what's going to happen is that government or their governments now will see Liberia as the country that accepted the condition, and they have received a bad news. They will consider Liberia as a bad country. It is against all of these factors that most of the African countries, they say no. They say no. The other report is here. You will hear the president saying, we don't want anything in the future to happen and our country will be placed in an embarrassing position. Therefore, we satisfy with what we have as much as we have 1 or 2 hurdles, but we cannot accept people from other countries just like that. What if something happens? And the word we've been using, that's the same word. And that is the right description. No other way to describe it but that, dumb. When you take people, just like it was in the days yesterday, the slave trade, and you just dump them on people, you just send them, you're dumping. You're saying, look, this place, come on, they're playing out all right for you people. You'll go to that dirty place. You'll go to that dump site. You're saying they're where you belong. And look, you people who are controlling the place, they're few dollars. So economically, who's going to bear the burden of the 1,200? Already our economy is dwindling. Our economy is down. We don't have housing. We don't have any good thing like shelters whatsoever. Where these 1,200 going to go? The government just looking at it from a political standpoint. They have not experienced it before, but because they want the support of America. 2, politically, they don't want America to take certain actions against them because that's one of the things. When you don't want people to take action against you, given what is happening in here, you make yourself vulnerable. Anything, say, okay, I will do it. Yeah, gee, I'll do it. Yeah. So they will always have consideration on you. Listen to the lady. Say, Donald Trump has considered African countries, Africa as dump site, dumping undesirable characters. A country that has no essence, no value, no substance, give into these. Listen to the lady. Watch out.
It has agreed to accept up to 1,200 coming to West Africa, Liberia. It has agreed to accept up to 1,200 deportees from the United States. None of those people are actually from Liberia. They are from other African countries, from the Americas, from the Caribbean, and they are being deported to Liberia, where it is believed that they have said that these people will have the opportunity to apply for asylum within Liberia or indeed move on to other countries. Liberia have also made clear that this is not a quid pro quo situation with the United States. Donald Trump, as we know, has been dumping many third-party deportees on the African continent, and Liberia is now the latest list of countries on the African continent to accept with welcome arms these deportees coming into their country. We have heard from their Minister of Information, who shed a bit more light on this subject. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
Liberia intends to accept up to 1,200 persons to be transferred from the United States of America within a year. The persons to be transferred to Liberia are third country nationals, some of whom may wish to seek asylum in Liberia. Honor the agreement or arrangement. Those to be transferred from the United States of America to Liberia will include citizens or nationals of African and Western Hemisphere countries who are medically authorized to travel.
So interesting times ahead, where we're looking at Trump's relationship with the African continent, especially where third-party deportations are concerned. I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Okay, I mean, Femi, I don't know, but what's the deal it needs for Liberia? How much are they getting?
All right. So after this now, then they went to the panel discussion. She raised the issue with her colleagues, soliciting their understanding. The first guy is concerned about what Liberia is getting in return. The same concerns we've been raising. I thought to bring it so that you listen to foreign people. Because when we're talking, the Unity Party people and some other people would say, oh, you people are just talking because you're opposition people. You people won't cause this. You people won't do this. You people won't do that. Why it is true that you are entitled to your opinion, but I think we are in the position, we are helping you to have a better life. We're helping you to have a good understanding. We are helping you to know the deception of your government. Because if you are having these 1,200 coming in, you should have something in return that will benefit you. The minister, your Unity Party minister did not tell you people anything of the benefits whatsoever. It is the doctrine of reciprocity. The doctrine of reciprocity say when somebody do something for you, you do something in return. Even if you just told that person thank you, you have reciprocated. So when we're talking, so I said, let me carry this. This is one of four. All over, as well as the Joel Howard thing. Different media institutions, BBC, VOA, CNN, everybody, they're reporting that Liberia has agreed to receive 1,200 deportees. Actually, they're analyzing and looking at it from every factors, as well as the Joel Howard Taylor alleged drug charge. So, we talk about the foreign lady in Liberia. So, your United Party people, you're listening to her, let's go back. She used the word dumb, meaning that's how the white sees Africa. And because your country, Liberia, your government is a subservient government, so Donald Trump dumb. The people there, let's go back again then. After her colleagues will share their opinion. It's not long, and then we'll move on to the next item.
It has agreed to accept up to 1,200 deportees from the United States. None of those people are actually from Liberia. They are from other African countries, from the Americas, from the Caribbean, and they are being deported to Liberia, where it is believed that they have said that these people will have the opportunity to apply for asylum within Liberia or indeed move on to other countries. Liberia have also made clear that this is not a quid pro quo situation with the United States. Donald Trump, as we know, has been dumping many third-party deportees on the African continent, and Liberia is now the latest list of countries on the African continent to accept with welcome arms these deportees coming into their country. We have heard from their Minister of Information, who shed a bit more light on this subject. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
Liberia intends to accept up to 1,200 persons to be transferred from the United States of America within a year. The persons to be transferred to Liberia are third country nationals, some of whom may wish to seek asylum in Liberia. Honor the agreement or arrangement. Those to be transferred from the United States of America to Liberia will include citizens or nationals of African and Western Hemisphere countries who are medically authorized to travel.
So interesting times ahead, where we're looking at Trump's relationship with the African continent, especially where third-party deportations are concerned. I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Okay, I mean, Femi, I don't know, but what's the deal in it for Liberia? How much are they getting? Because
they said it's humanitarian.
No.
That's what they said.
Or is it because Trump said his English is very good? The president of Liberia's English is very good. There must be something they are getting. When the UK wanted to bring people to Rwanda, it was paid for, right?
They support projects and infrastructure.
It was paid for.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Nothing.
In other cases, it's going to be paid for. So Liberia, that is already a poor country, just wants to do it for free.
Yeah.
Is it because of the former American heritage they have?
Well, they're making it clear. It might not be for free, but they're saying that it's humanitarian. They've also made clear that there's no quid pro quo between the two of them.
There's nothing humanitarian about it. Are there Liberians there?
Where? None of the 1,200 are Liberians, but there are some Africans.
I mean,
and they have said that if they choose to stay in Liberia, they can do so.
People. See, Liberia did not choose that scientists should come to them. They didn't choose that intellectuals should come to them. It's criminals. And they say if they choose. Why is there always bad things Africa used to attract? At least we had the one from Ghana. There were some of our West African brothers, and that's why they collected them and they dispersed them immediately back here. So you just choose to get the hardened of the hardened criminals, and you say they choose to stay here, and you're telling me that there's nothing involved. They should investigate too. They should. I don't think there's something.
All right,
that we are not
there is
seeing.
something.
Okay.
Nothing goes for nothing. Al Jazeera reports that the US has committed $124 million to health infrastructure in Liberia. They also negotiated a visa deal last year that rather than 12 months, they extended to 36 months. 36 months visa extension. There's something in it for Liberia. There's no country that is altruistic to the extent that you're taking back returnees. When your country itself has high unemployment rates, you have infrastructural challenges, your annual refugee intake as a country normally is about 1,169, not up to the 1,200 in one fell swoop from the United States. It's not humanitarian alone. And I do think, going back to Rufai's point, that it's quite unfortunate that deals like this are entered into by African countries like this for gain. What they couch it under is that, we're going to support the process by contributing money because we know that there'll be administrative costs into having these extra people in your country. It is money. The worst part of it, okay, let's assume that they weigh the options and this is a gain for the countries, that oftentimes the money is not even spent for what it's supposed to be used for. If you look at the history, there will be no zero transparency, corruption will erode the benefits, and the people themselves who would have to live with the reality of scarce resources even becoming more scarce because more people are going for those scarce resources will not even benefit directly from it. So it's, I mean, there are laws, there are suits, lawsuits in the United States and in Liberia against this. Liberia, in terms of the legal part of it, is signed to the UN Convention of Refugees. So there are certain criteria that they must meet to ensure that these refugees will be well looked after and that they have the capacity to look after them and give them dignity of life. Can Liberia meet that threshold? That is the big question. There's no African country that the people themselves have not protested this, but the leaders have taken the decision to take whatever it is that Washington is giving them in exchange for accepting these deportees.
You are right. They are getting something to even help them strengthen their migration system. However, the issues we have seen in other countries in Africa about human rights, nobody in Liberia has raised those issues. Maybe those issues will still come to the fore and more details will be provided. But we still congratulate or thank Nigeria for refusing to be a dumping ground for the United States. Nigeria was one country that stood firm.
President Tinubu, right. You heard the guy? He is a Nigerian. A Nigerian panelist on the show that Nigeria said, no, we can't. We can use our country. We can allow our country. You can persuade us into using our country as a dump site. But Liberia, say, bring that.
But we still congratulate or thank Nigeria for refusing to be a dumping ground for the United States.
That's what they call country with integrity. Nigeria may have their own problem, but they can stoop so low. Listen, it is only this government. This is not the first time. With Donald Trump first time, this thing came out. The previous government played a deaf ear on it. So Bouaka comes to power. They see how Bouaka is weak. They say, okay, we can move in. The information minister is proud to announce that they struck the agreement last year. And they're getting money from it. They later made it clear. The same amount that been flowing all around, 124 million. Earlier, you heard about the visa extension. They were running all around the place. Oh, Sarah Beslo Yanti restored the image of Liberia. Liberia image has been restored in the international community. That's scanting. It's because America said, look, this is what we want you to do. So since you want this, we will grant you visa extension. We'll grant you 2 years or 3 years visa extension. But here is the condition. We have thousands of undesirable characters. And we are talking with several countries, African countries, to dump these people. And your country, we see it as a suitable place to dump these people. Can you accept our terms? If you can accept our terms, then we can fulfill. That means we gave you visa extension. We gave you money, 124 million. You can use that to manage, to take care of the deportees. And you have the right, if anyone wants to use Liberia as an asylum country, fine. If any one of them wants to integrate into the society nationally to be a citizen, fine. If any one of them wants to move to another country, fine. Or will be in your will to decide. But you can take your 124 million, you have visa restriction. It was against this backdrop that they were running all over the place. Sarah Beslo Yanti, the woman restored Liberia's image in the international community. Liberia Day, Liberia Da. You think the West is stupid? The West is no respecter of a person. The West only sees African countries as the bridge by which they can do whatever they want to do. They can accomplish their aim. They see the West as a surrogate by which a surrogate that they can use to accomplish their aim. Donald Trump sees Liberia as a surrogate, and truly, Liberia allowed itself to be used as a surrogate. to come. Bring the people. Information minister is excited. He announced the agreement was struck 2025 in September. Liberia is a hospitable country. Because of what they said. When this news came up, when the Garcia issue came up, what did the Minister of Foreign Affairs say? She said Liberia is a hospitable place. That means Liberia is open to accepting everybody, every race, every creed, every color, just anybody, everybody from everywhere come into the country. Thank God that the country is not a Christian country. The country is a secular country. It incorporates every belief, every system, every creed, every culture, every behavioral trait, every skin, everything. What is it? You have God gave Liberia the resources to the extent that this country will not need assistance from any European country, least to say America. At this time, in modern time, you see slave trade. Because this is a slave trade. That's how they were doing a battle. They would take a certain amount of black people, the white people, and send them to a given black place and say, these are few dollars, carry these people. You can treat them whichever way you want. This is slavery in modern time. This is modern day slavery. Give us a battle system. Give us this, we gave you that. Give us this, we gave you that. What in place right now? Listen to the guy again from Nigeria, the panelist from Nigeria. His man said, thank God. Meaning his government refused. And did I read Nigeria? Did I mention Nigeria of those countries that agree, that struck the agreement with Nigeria, with America? No, Nigeria is not there. Nigeria said no. Listen to the guy, how excited he was.
Those issues will still come to the fore and more details will be provided. But we still congratulate or thank Nigeria for refusing to be a dumping ground for the United States. Nigeria was one country that stood firm.
Yeah. Nigeria said no. Nigeria said no, it can't happen. Even in our poorest state, we will not allow it. So the government had 124 million visa extension. But we know, you see it? That's why when something come on, when the government finish making their political announcement, they see you people as junks. Meaning, you're excited. You just look at things from the surface. You're excited. You're motivated. You're yelling all over the place. Oh, yeah, the government today. Oh, the government there. Oh, the government there. Oh, President Baka. Oh, President Baka. Oh, the government. Instead of looking behind to say, oh, well, they news here that the government portraying like this, they think is it for nothing. Nothing on earth is for free. Nothing on earth is for free. The very God who created us, when he does something for you, you must do something for him in return. God who created us, when he does something for you, you must do something for him in return. Then what more about us human beings on earth? Nothing. For free. It means I'm very in the bed. Yeah, the one, let them again, the one chicken like yeah, nonsense. So yeah, the last part, then we'll move on. Let me say a few things about the reintegration or the integration, because that's not reintegration, they are not citizens. Integration, they're coming. It's not reintegration, they're not coming back. So, within a year, you'll get ready, your Unity Party people, and everybody who is in this political space. Within a year, you will have these people into the country, 1,200. Most of them most of them, listen carefully, most of them are not comfortable. Most of them, if not all, but most and majority and enough of them do not want Liberia. Most of them, majority of them, enough of them did not want Liberia. But no option. They did not have rights. Their rights were seized, taken away from them, bundled up, enter agreement with Liberia, put them on the plane. If they were given the right to ask, to choose their country, of the countries they were laid before them, none of them was going to choose Liberia. None of them. But they had, and they have no option. Bundle up, put on the plane, sent to Liberia. That's the first, culturally, or integration. The second, they don't know the culture. They have never, if they may have heard Liberia, probably few. I don't think majority of them heard of the country called Liberia. And even if they heard Liberia, they did not hear good news. All that they heard, they don't want to come to this place. It's not a good place. It's not a developed country. It's not a developed. And by every stretch of imagination and reasoning, Liberia is far low, far low, too elementary for these people's standards. Electricity not regular, telecommunications not regular. Let's just go, just name all of those basic necessities that you need, that they've been living with, where they are coming from. Two, three, our culture. They say, oh, we are hospitable people, but our culture is conservative. Every culture has that. Our culture is conservative. What that means is it's not actually open to those kinds of people. So integration will give them hard time, except that the government will keep them in a specific place, barricaded, like a hotel, and they have the money. 124 million given to Liberia, Unity Party for those 1,200 people is for their upkeep, for their development, for their protection, their security, their basic necessities, everything in that 100. It's like you're sending somebody out to a given person and you say, this is the money to take care of the person. That's the same thing here. The 124 million is not for people to put in the pocket. It's not for government officials to put in the pocket, but to take care of the people for the time they will stay here. And if they make a decision to leave, which country they want to go to, all those arrangements. Say, if they say, okay, 2-3 persons come and say, we have relative in Sierra Leone because of XYZ. We feel comfortable in Sierra Leone. We don't want to be in Liberia. We want to go to Sierra Leone. The government will work it out with the Sierra Leonean government and then facilitate their travel. It requires money. It requires money, all the things. Then, so they have money. But our culture is not really open. They try to portray it like our culture is a loose culture. The culture is open, it's loose. So everybody can just come in. That's how they try portraying it using that word. Hospitable. That Liberia is a hospitable country, so you accept these people. Anybody can accept them. In this kind of time and age, you are just opening yourself already. Our borders are porous, the airport porous, all kinds of things happening, all kinds of people coming into the country, bringing all kinds of things going. We have people on the street, brown, blue, green, and yellow people on the street. You don't even know that. You see Arab people then all around, riding, dressed all kinds of ways, just moving around, asking people for money, all kinds of things. Then you bring in 1,200. The people already, they're battling those people. You see the kind of way they can look on those people, those ones that are on the street, those other ones that are tied their hair, all kinds of way. I don't know that Malian men or that what kind of men people, the society is scared when they're passing among people, they just looking. Then you bring 1,200, you know about the people behavior. America say the reason why we want them because they get bad behavior. They don't want to tell the truth. Some of the people, they are murder. Some of the people, they are robots. So why you think America, if they were just normal in America, why would America look for a country to dump them on? Some of the people, they get bad, very bad human rights record. The records are very bad. So America said you can no longer be in our country so that you can cause instability. Already we're battling crimes of different, violations of different nature in our country. Then you people are here making it even worse. Come on. You bundle up all the people that find some in a country that go sit down there. So the culture is conservative. They're not going to move freely around. The government might keep them in a place. They might find some kind of institution, some kind of place, and they're there. They'll feed them. They give them good place to sleep. They'll buy mattresses and get electricity there 24/7 because the people have to feel comfortable. The burden now shifts on the government. The burden of stability, security, survivability. That means nothing should happen to any one of those people. The government has to be very, very. That's why when they struck the agreement, they gave you the money or they gave you technical assistance, they're done with you. Anything happen to any one of those people, mind you now, they have their families around. They have their families in their respective countries they left before going to the United States. Some of them too have families in the United States. And their families are in the United States because they are not undesirable characters. They are not risks to the American culture. They are not engaging into the acts that these people engage into that led America to take the decision to get them off the sword. So if the father is there and the son is in all kinds of stuff, all kind of gangster this, gangster that, and the son finds himself in that category of undesirable character, it can be attributed to the father. There will be no transfer aggression or no transfer or act, or the father takes full responsibility, or the father is indicted or inflicted or suffer because the son is in such act because of the relationship. No. Some of these people, if not all, majority of them, they have their people, they have relatives in the United States, they have families in the United States, their countries they are coming from before entering the United States, they have families. They will have to maintain contact with those people. There are too many things involved in this thing. The risk factor is very, very key. That is why some countries look at and say, no, we can't accept these people. We beg you, America, find another country. That's why America pump in the money. For Liberia, the country already looking at kind of way when the people hear 100,000, 200,000, they trembling the animal yet million, 124 million, that's more money. Already Boga is proving a point to the opposition. Pathetic. All right, so let's move to the next. Let's get to the next issue we got. And the drug, please continue to pray for the former vice president. Continue to pray for the vice president. The government said now that only 15 persons arrival instead of 20. They said 15. The next time they will say only 10. And now it's say. All right. So let's move on. They say, hey, he's on the police director, let's see. Dear, call I say no liar lays forever. Truth crushed to earth will rise again. No lie lays forever. Truth crushed to earth will rise again. No lie lays forever. So the police IG say the former vice president is doing well. Okay.
So, gentlemen,
What's the update?
Madam Taylor is stable. She's still being treated by the doctors. Right now, the doctor asked for an extension for them to observe her a little more. She's fine. She's speaking. She's receiving visitors.
What kind of extension are we talking about?
Well, I'm not a medical person, so based on the advice before we can proceed.
You were accused this morning by the head of the Human Rights Commission that you denied them access, even though he later said your phone was switched off. Any reason why they weren't allowed to enter this morning to speak to the Vice President, Kono?
So I feel bad that the Human Rights Commission feels somehow disrespected. But in as much as Madam Taylor may be an accused person, she still have her innocence and still proven guilty. There's a medical facility. It's not a police station that I could say just come in at any point in time. Ask him to call her lawyer. If the lawyers agree and say, Mr. Taylor, want you as a guest, we'll allow you to go in. If it was a police station, I would have given him immediate access. So let me apologize to him if you felt offended by me. See the reason and logic in it. You have to respect her rights as well.
Did you speak to Madam Taylor yourself?
Yes, I did.
And what did she say is the kind of treatment she's receiving? Did she say anything to you that worth telling us?
No, nothing worth telling you. Thank you, gentlemen.
Unity Party Police Director Gregory Coleman said the Vice President is responding. She's speaking. All right. So this whole thing, listen, this whole drug thing is a diversionary tactic. They silenced Amara Kone. Amara Kone is not speaking. You're not going to hear Amara Kone talking. They use some of Amara Kone colleagues in the Senate to tell him to stop. They use some of his colleagues. Amara Kone has gone cold because he was cornered. He was subjected. You're not going to hear Amara Kone talking about this drug thing again. He said he sent it to the leadership of the Senate. How many days has it been? Going to a week now since he came out and they had that exchange between he and the police director. Then the police director wrote a communication inviting him to go to the police station with his evidence. And he said he sent that to the Senate leadership. Have you heard anything from the Senate leadership? Well, we can surmise. They must have told him, look, Kone, leave this thing. That's how they say, leave this thing. Do you hear Edwin Snow talking? They succeeded silencing Edwin Snow. They succeeded silencing Amara Kone. They succeeded, what the other got in 2 or 3. Now it's the vice president. The trend, the pattern is clear. Every person who talks about this drug, every national figure that talks about this drug, they find a way to come against you, to silence you. And these things have been documented. They said that the drug in this country was brought in by CDC. There was no drug in this country, nothing whatsoever. Drugs weren't in this country from the founding of this country. By Unity Party government officials' interpretation, it was the CDC government that brought drugs into this country. Thank God. But God in heaven said no. That's why the Bible says God hates lying lips, because he himself can expose you. The history is clear. Drug is an age-old thing. So if you follow what they are doing now, they try to shift. The goal is, let's shift this whole thing on the CDC government. Let's shift. The trend, the reason the woman, that conversation, how can then it means that, hey God, if it was in a sound country listening, the foreign minister said, people will question her because you said that you withdrew all the diplomatic passport, every other thing. You clean the mess that CDC created. Then you can't hold Howard Taylor after. I know how many years in between. You say the woman had conversation with Basiru Kante, whom the claim is in their custody. If that be the case, then nobody will be talking to anybody because everybody has some fault some way. Then nobody will be talking to anybody. And the very people themselves, they have connections with some of these people whom they accuse or are accused. But that's Matthew 7. If you think speck is in your brother's eye, you want him to take it off, fine. John 8:7. He who has not sinned, let him be the first to throw the stone. It's just a matter of time. I said, no lie lays forever. Truth crushed to earth will rise again. No matter how long it stays under the earth, it will come up. If the former vice president is truly or was truly and is truly involved in it, the matter is before the Unity Party government now. So it has to go to court. We pray, asking God for her recovery, God's stabilization of her, and God's strength, so that they will go through it. Let it be proven in court that the former vice president had been in a drug deal or she was bringing drug into this country. So we pray. And it's good that the police director says she responded. And God is with her. And the chief judge will be presiding. God Almighty, who knows and sees everything. Thank God Almighty, everybody is calling for the case to be heard. They ran all around here with the Capitol building top. Where here to the Capitol building? Now you're just sitting down there. Those people just in jail for nothing. For nothing. Yesterday, they were condemning the CDC government of human rights violation, keeping people in jail beyond the statutory period, suppressing freedom of speech, freedom of association, freedom of assembly, creating this, creating that. Yeah, they are in their own government. After rescuing you, it's more than CDC. The only difference, CDC not protesting, but they were protesting. They were saying all manner of things. Yeah. So they tried to shift everything on the CDC administration. So say the other person this, the other person that. Watch it. Let any CDC person try leaving the country again. They will arrest that person and say the person is connected to the drug. Any CDC person. So the atmosphere they have created now, the CDC people are afraid. The CDC officials, they are afraid. And they are not afraid because they are convicted or because they are guilty. They are afraid because the Unity Party government has heightened tension. So anytime they pick you up and carry you, if they can treat Joy Howard Taylor that way, former vice president, if they can treat her that way, then the president comes and justifies. Then you think that senator, representative, they too, they are using wisdom. They are using wisdom. The guys are using wisdom. The CDC senators and representatives, other CDC executive officials, former executive officials, they are using wisdom. They are not guilty. They are not involved in drugs, but the cunning of the government can lead to their reputation being damaged, just as Joy Howard Taylor is finished. Joy Howard Taylor's reputation damaged. It's in her credential that she was arrested in connection with drugs. Joy Howard Taylor now, even if she off this thing, Joy Howard Taylor will not have the face freely in any gathering. Joy Howard Taylor will not be invited. People they will withhold their invitation. They will not see her as a person any longer as she was prior to the charge against her. Psychologically, Joy Howard Taylor will just be in this place. If she's off now, she will just be in a place like a mere person. Honestly, that's how it's going to be. We have seen these things before. Once that comes, the only thing they have not done, the only difference between Joy Howard Taylor and the other people, handcuff was not put on Joy Howard Taylor's hand. But reputation, Joy Howard Taylor is damaged. Joy Howard Taylor reputationally, she's finished. Outside of Liberia, even her own colleagues outside of this country, though they're empathizing and sympathizing with her, but what's going to happen in such a situation psychologically is that they try to treat you, wouldn't tell you that they are treating you with skepticism because you are involved in drugs. Right? So you will see that the way they were communicating, the way they were inviting, the way they were being together, it wouldn't be that way. It would be a bit slack. Because they too are afraid that when other people see them with the contaminated person, the person who was accused by the Liberian government, they might say, oh, we're not doing business with you. That woman was indicted or that woman was charged for drug in her country, and you people are dealing, even though she was clear, but that but will be there. Anything political, it can leave your character in a twinkling of an eye, and nobody will use that against you. But drugs, especially cocaine, Joy Howard Taylor finish. That's how Unity Party people looking. What did they do to Fonanti Kofa? What did they do to the rest of the people? You saw what they did to Americone, Edwin Snow, and the other people. Joy Howard Taylor finish. Who's the next person? The people executing the plan going into 2029. I told you people will heard the thing, we saw it, we told you. This whole game plan is to dismantle CDC in 2029, that George Weah and the opposition will be left with nobody. So you will see, the people tell you more of this will happen. More will happen. That's the game plan. Let's go after them. We'll not wait until 2029. Let's do what we can do now. Now is the opportune time. You heard the president yesterday. You heard Mr. President yesterday. You heard Mr. President. Let me get that. Let me get that while my two guys summarize Unity Party political atmosphere. You're listening to them. Let me get what the president said. I want to quote him word for word. Why I am getting that, you're listening to my grammarians. They describe Unity Party, how they describe Unity Party political rulership, not leadership. Political What the guy said? He said, he said, political yo-yo, political yobo, leadership rococo. You're listening to them while I get the president, Unity Party president.
And why we should go through this rigorous, chaotic, demoralizing, and inexplicable situation after much cogitation on this clandestine and surreptitious, furtive. He said, and I quote, "I am not a magician. Forgetting words are like egg. Once broken, they are gone. Once spoken, they remain indelible in the heart of man." Come to think of it, do they have the powers, the spiritualism, the abracadabra, the voodoo to perform the magic, and as well transmogrifically transmute and transfigurate this ugly, debilitating, and exasperating situation? I saw it. The locution, "I am not a magician," in its jocularity in quote 1. 2, the uncircumscribed bluster, and in a vituperative ululation. I saw it in their hocus pocus explicandum, explication, elucidation, where we thought the shibboleth was a travesty and a parody to lampoon the masses expected a limousine from the government. After the miserly, the niggardly, the disappearing, the penurious, and the parsimonious, that I will say and remind us at this point in time that this is democracy. The government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Not oligarchy, plutocracy, and aristocracy. The catchword, the byword, the shibboleth, the locution, the conversion, the paroxysm, the spasm are counterintuitively.
So you're listening to the mayor. The 3 or 4 governments or characteristics of government he named, are they not existing today? You don't see it in Unity Party. Listen to him. Listen.
Government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Not oligarchy, plutocracy, and aristocracy. The catchword, the byword, the shibboleth at this point in time that this is democracy. The government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Not oligarchy, plutocracy, and aristocracy. The
oligarchy, plutocracy, aristocracy. Now what you see here? Aristocratic government is a government of the top brass then. Yeah? They call them the aristocrats, the elite. And now what do you see? Yeah? There is the oligarchy. Yeah? A form of government of one or few. They decide what is it, how it ought to be, and everything. Yeah? Unlike democracy, the people. That's why they say democracy of the people, by the people, for the people. You don't see it? You see anything here democratic? It's autocratic. It's aristocratic. The elite are the ones, the political elite, they decide. Even if somebody in their midst is suspected, they cover up that person. A covenant. Aristocratic government is an elite government. It's also a cultic government. And my friend, I will go to the next one.
Catchword, the byword, the shibboleth, the locution, the conversion, the paroxysm, the spasm are counterintuitively excruciating, malodorous, horrendous, odoriferous, and odorous. But I pray that there's so much acclimatized transmogrification. There's so much acclimatized transmutation. It's not an act of sarcasm. Could it be that we are heading for better days? Could it be the political Moses that will take us to the promised land? Only on this note will I koto in Japoho, or else I will not koto in Japoho.
And the political Moses is coming into the country next week. And that's the only time he said that he will koto in the Powo, and that get ready to koto in that Powo. The Powo was announced. Please get it. The Powo was announced. The Powo was announced. Here is it. Go to President George Weah, the leading opposition political figure in this country, statement, the last paragraph, when he said, "Following my engagements, I shall return to Liberia to rally the Congress of Democratic Change and all were many Liberians." Meaning a meeting. A Powo is a meeting. It's spelled P-O-W-W-O-W. A Powo, a gathering, a meeting. Yeah, that what? So when you hear him say, I will not control any war, meaning I will not be a part of that plan. I will not be a part of the meeting. If you hear him say, or the expression goes, I will control, like he said, I will control. And only way I control in the poor. No, Makume, you won't get it. It's you don't get it. Control is key. Listen carefully, Makume, because when you put it in, when you put COU, TOU, you will not get it. It will bring different things. Yeah, it's it. The control is spelled KOWWTOW. Control. You get it? Mark, control is spelled KOW. TOW. Control. Power is spelled POWWOW. Power. So when you hear him say, I will control in your power, meaning I will be a part.
Could it be that we are heading for better days? Could it be the political Moses that will take us to the promised land? Only on this note will I koto in Japoho, or else I will not koto in Japoho.
So the political Moses is coming. Thank you. Thank you, Makume. You got it. You are a clever guy. You got it. That's it. KOWWTOW. Powo POWWOW. Thank you, Makume. You get it. You are a smart guy. Yeah. So the political Moses is returning to the country next week. And get ready to control in that powo. Meaning that meeting he has called. He has already called a meeting when he said, following my engagements, I shall return to Liberia to rally the Congress for Democratic Change and other well-meaning Liberians. That meeting right there. Powo means a meeting, a plan, an assembly, a gathering, an idea. So you can look at your friend after your friend finished explaining what he's explaining to you. You can say, based on your understanding of it now, you say, no, man. He said, bro, I can't control in that power. He will understand it to me that you are telling him that you are not in agreement with what he explained to you based on what he wants you to do. That's what it's all about. So, Mr. President came out. Mr. President will give his position. They say, oh, the president is tough. He said, I will go after anyone. I will go after anyone who is destroying our country. Whether you are my friend, my son, my wife, or another relative. If you break the laws of the country, I will hold you accountable. Then the other one, what did he say again? He said about the efforts, and I think I can't quote him word for word, but I have the content that those who are criticizing their efforts, saying it is a witch hunt, they are the witch, because only witchcraft knows, something like that. Call, I said, no lie lasts forever. When you have the position, you can say all kinds of things. When you have the power, you can say all kinds of things. But it only time can reverse everything that you say because you have the power. Only time. So the political Moses is returning people. The political Moses is returning to the country next week. This weekend, he's addressing the Nigerian Bar Association. Again, Unity Party people know George Weah very well. President Walker knows George Weah very well. The security people here, all those people around Walker as advisors, and all the people, the military or the police, or all of them know George Weah very well. George Weah is not a stranger. George Weah is not weak. George Weah is not weak. George Weah nationalism and patriotism instinct, not stupidity. You get it. George, we are nationalism and patriotism is not stupidity. Unity Party people should not take that as anything of a trump card that they think they can subject we are to any order or their will. Please, no, we are is not weak. As much as we are had always been calling for peace, stability of this country, not wanting anything. It doesn't say that George Weah cannot. George Weah has the ability, George Weah has the power, George Weah has the might, George Weah has the numerical strength. And no counter protest if George Weah, if, I'm not saying he's going to, but if, because hearing United Party people, then they're having news conference, they're using people as surrogates, and they say they have a news conference, they will counter George Weah, George Weah ain't thinking about no protest. Your United Party people, your belief in protest, that your area, that your trunk card, that your code, that your trademark, because you people are devilish by nature, you're used to all of those things, so you think that George Weah coming to protest. George Weah will not put anybody children in the street. George Weah will not put anybody children in the street to get injured, to get hurt, to die. If that death you want, that death you will not put it on George Weah, will get on yourself. George Weah said that he's coming to Liberia and there will be negotiation, there will be dialogue. The most sophisticated protest that ever existed in the world was created by God. God never protested. God never injured anybody. God don't like that, but you injure yourself if you decide to do it voluntarily. God has always called for dialogue. He said, come, let us reason together. George Weah has always called for a dialogue. Let us reason together. George Weah had always been the protector of Liberia's democracy, Liberia's peace, Liberia's stability, Liberia's security. George Weah has never, ever attempted in no given day to turn this country into a chaotic field. It was Unity Party that turned this country for 6 years under George Weah. The international community and everybody have that record. 6 years under George Weah, this place was chaotic. They kept it chaotic. President Bouaga supported it to the letter. George Weah would not reciprocate in that way. The political Moses is returning to the country, and that meeting that he's calling is to pursue a reasonable dialogue. That is why he's not going to do it all by himself. He's not going to take any dictatorial posture because he's not a dictator. He's going to have a meeting with his people. Thereafter, there will be a meeting with all of the opposition. All of the opposition leaders will meet, and then they will take a position. Simple. So, Unity Party people, when you like your counter protest, you're talking about, you can counter it against your own people. If George Weah you're targeting, you will never ever get George Weah because God in heaven himself is the protector of George Weah. The angels in heaven are the ones who are protecting George Weah every day, everywhere. That's why George Weah don't react to what you say, what you do. George Weah remains himself. He remains George Weah as he has always been George Weah, and he will remain George Weah. Your people have caused George Weah. You people have said all manner of things. You people have just feel that George Weah is the man that you can say. The name George Weah is the sweetest name in Liberia, the sweetest name in Unity Party. Please, man, where's that song? It's a religious song. They say the name Jesus is the sweetest name I know, the sweetest name in my soul. So the name George Weah is the sweetest name in Unity Party, on Unity Party supporters' lip. The sweetest name for Unity Party is George Weah. Everywhere they're discussing the man George Weah. You go to play George Weah. George Weah. The most popular man in Liberia is George Weah. Too pathetic that you have a president who is in the country, his own people hardly talk about him. They don't know how to talk about him. They don't know how to exalt him. But George Weah is being exalted. The person who they say, oh, he did this, he not this, he not that. But they're discussing him, they're exalting him everywhere. Oh, yes. How that name George Weah is the sweetest name in Unity Party people's lip. The political Moses return to the country next week and get ready to kowtow in his parole, meaning his meeting. Get ready. Only like kowtow.
It's not an act of sarcasm. Could it be that we are heading for better days? Could it be sarcasm? Could it be that we are heading for better days? Sarcasm. Could it be that we are heading for better days?
Yes, with George, we are returning to the country. We're heading for better days. That's why the opposition is refined. United Party people can say all manner of things they want to say. They can curse George Weah. That's not the first time. If I were you, United Party people will stop. Because you people are not the first that cursed George Weah. George Weah have received tons, millions, trillions, billions of insults every day. If insult could bring people down, if all kinds of statements that could bring people down, then before George Weah was born, I think plenty of people would have died from insult. George Weah came to earth, he met it. George Weah encountered it. George Weah was baptized into it. George Weah is caught into it. That's why insult can move George Weah. Insult can move George Weah. Bwaka is the one who has the soft skin. Because when they say one or two things, they're even referring to Bwaka. Even they're talking to boy, Bwaka can go, he get parable display. He go, he said the other one, he said that other one. How often we are talking? But when we are talking one, it can shake everybody, including the president. It can shake them. The political Moses returns to the country next week. Get ready to control in his parole, meaning his meeting.
It's not an act of sarcasm. Could it be that we are heading for better days? Could it be the political Moses that will take us to the promised land?
Yes, and that is George Weah as he returns to the presidency 2029. You get this. Yo, yeah, good. So let's go. Let's go. Let's read a few comments first, and then we move on to you. Then we can call it a day for the weekend. I mean, Tobasi, here for a police director, man. That here, people, they're fighting inside. And I think an internal fight. Darlington Bay say, let this government be serious. Any attempt to witch hunt the opposition will be bad for them. The boy witch hunting, you say any attempt? They are. Rose Quite, the United Party government has no proof, but they just want to disgrace the former, former vice president. Rebecca K. Sion, we are not going to fall for their trash. Makume, if that's the case of what you are saying in your analysis, then moving forward, I strongly suggest that no member of the opposition should easily give in to the government's wickedness. Lasana Fode, the country is already tough and the citizens are suffering, and you are accepting foreign deportees? Wow. Tobasi asks, are some of the deportees sick? Tobasi, why you ask that question? I don't know. You've seen some of them physically? No. James A. Douglas? No. I know, Tobasi. What are they saying? I know, I've not only saw them on the screen. Edwin Sumo Goyat said, but what has the legislature said about the whole issue? What you mean, a deportee? I know, but they're not in session. Emmanuel Brown, there was no better way for that reporter to have described the situation than using the word dumping. In my view, the US government actually dumped those deportees on Liberia. On the vice president situation, Emmanuel Bro writes, from what I am seeing and hearing in this former Vice President Joao Howard Taylor's arrest and imprisonment saga, I am convinced that the Unity Party government headed by President Joseph Yeman Boakai has deliberately concocted and masterminded a big bunch of lies against her for the sole purpose of disgracefully embarrassing her. To the best of my knowledge, God Almighty is alive and doesn't sleep. Cecilia Logan, UP's government is greeted Okay, you want to say greeted for morning. Boaga doesn't care for the citizens of Liberia. He only cares for he and his family. Our people don't have food to eat. Boaga receiving money from America to bring more human beings to Liberia. Your population decreasing, so or increase the population. 1,200, a good number to increase the population. Let's get to the line. 0702 23 99 33 0886 30 44 97. The women's line 0777 98 03 75. Those are the numbers to have your say, and you are on the show. Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Skinny, how you doing? How you doing?
Yes, fine.
I'm George, calling from Chicago. Hello?
Speak, my man. Once I say hello, it means you're on the air.
Okay, sorry. My point here is that we are going to be very, very in a patient manner, because if we record in 2023, there was a sign showing the sky by God himself, but each other we have forgotten where the sun was surrounded by the rainbow. So all these things we are passing through is the test of time. And after all the cities gather on that rainbow, that same rainbow that represents our party will be united once again. So let us keep the peace and wait for 2029. By the grace of God, our 40 years or so will be in it by 2029. Thank you.
Thank you too for calling. Have a nice weekend. Hello, women's line.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I'm calling from Tasha, was concerned women for justice. Sir, there people they will do it, they will not even we are. Well, all that thing, I'm not going to now see we are blessed by our kingdom. And I come from here, more we sweat behind. We are like somebody that protect by God and come on the earth and will continue being in Liberia and have presidency and solve Liberia problem. Look how we are. They say people were happy, were enjoying, but now look at we are more empowered. They say look at how the country looking. When you get in the market, most people are nobody selling until you put your partner, they crying, they say no money. So when you need to party, when they see you, say, oh, we look for you, our man, and I
all right, madam.
You see the people now, the people here. Me are scared, the people are scared, I say.
Scared for what? Scared for what?
I scared before 2029, they take me and they send me in a war room to play a computer there.
Why? You know them?
Yeah.
You know them?
But
then why you say 2029 they will send them in war room to play with computer? To say that it means you know their profession?
I see the boy yesterday coming from in a plane.
Yeah, madam, no man. Say different. Say
there are white people. There are white people.
All right, thank you. Hello. Hello? Yeah. But you are on the air, Chief. Yeah, let's hear you.
No, we should be careful. Nigerians should be careful. The man in the fashion, that's what you know that you want to leave this one with trouble. So the man in the down is going soon. This is the last one, but then after all the Latin people. The first one, the plan of the general minimum is the process. Second soon, the divination of CDC party headquarters. Third soon now is the volume of the president. And if you're not careful, you can't be in the ground and so soon. If we people repeat, that ground will come down. If Waka is not careful, you will not even reach your 2029. That
All
will
right,
be
Chief.
the end of it.
All right, thank you. Hello.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Sam Andrew.
Yeah, let's hear you quick.
Yeah, I'm Peter Davika, so I cover under the street like in Lower Johnson, an outstanding member of the Concerned Liberal for Justice. So Sam Andrew, let me say thanks for the fascinating discussion. You know, and America have used Liberia as a garbage. That's what been their constituency stand Liberia was founded. And to see and educate those who portray themselves to be the most educated group of Liberians, to allow illegal immigrants. And hello?
Hey, Chief, you on the air, you talking, then you asking me hello again. The people are many on the line, my man. Hello, let's go, madam.
Yeah, good afternoon, Sandu.
Yeah.
Yeah, so about calling for justice. Memo concern Liberia for justice. Sandu, thank you very much. Sandu, let me tell you the reason being that they sending the people into Liberia because they saw Buka in power. Men are in power that in sending that in sleepy. Then they got it from America, the Minapia, Choka, say again, and they brought it back. They say, we use you, and we don't go. We use you to bring it back. Why the African countries that all America, they not agree because they know the president that are people in power. Because they say, president, we are not no problem. All a real shade, they say they like in all a real shade. You never accept bad person that America will say they will deport. You never accept it. But you know, Palestinian, they listen to the thing for the child, for the right. Joe Biden in power say I send the deportee in the brass and the cancer in the people. But all of the leadership because it's all the mayor that they will use it. But all the bad people that are even from the people from the African country, you will accept them because African country are America. They say no, because we don't have to carry them to kill the bad people there because right, America is van and they deny the people there. Thank you very much.
Have a nice day. Nice weekend. Hello. Yes.
Yeah. And we are going for the resident of the former president. You know, it's our own self, as you said it. Some of our brothers in the field, listen to the extent, even the call when we are calling someone else, invest to the center. They don't want to challenge what come to the now. So this is why we are called invest to the center and the always you to the extent they don't want to practice. What's happening to Joe today is it's our cabinet to state the fact that they want to challenge the former president, but they don't ever. But thank you that the former president will come. Let's see to accept all sedition and we'll go and protect him. You saw the disgrace the former vice president have EPA with her to the extent that they company that woman to the airport. So the former president who have a full EPA, you're not protected. The only person can protect you is a VIP and your loyalty. Don't depend on government security that inform the government. All you're going to work, so president, we are is a caveat to the EPA, you can protect your VIP and protect your own institution. All that is.
Thank you. Have a nice day and great weekend. Women's line, hello.
Yeah, that's my birthday.
Let's hear you quick.
Yeah, they see what talk. They will come in the prayer. One money back home. If I can't feed it, they can eat the coffee or it will be here forever. I want all say it.
America finish I want it won't be here. According to the agreement, they can stay here. If they want me Liberia the country, they can make Liberia the country. If they want me Liberia the country to mean that the place they coming from is not safe, they can make Liberia that place. That's what they call asylum. Or if they say they won't be citizen, yeah, no problem. If they won't go to another country that they won't be in Liberia, the government can try to send them there. That's all I want in the agreement. You there? Let's go this way.
I there.
Yeah, but let's hear you quick. Now I want to bring out the next person.
Yeah, sorry. But what I said, I was not bad. Really, the city is really anyone you want to eat, you want to eat. You see, I want to eat. And I get now, you share your own for your friends. Why you them there? They also see they get a lot of people.
They know how to feed the poor. The poor get money for it. Yeah, man, but the thing here when we're talking, you can't listen. The poor get money. America get them money. America pay.
Okay. America money already.
America pay the Liberian government 124 million. They got money.
Okay. They will see that.
All right.
All right.
Thank you. Let's go this way. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, my name is Anthony Escar, and I joined the conversation from my FD Gubal Saratan Rafida. My issue has to do with a reckless mission government that is always willing to do anything for money, including just trafficking. Our Liberian brothers and sisters have stuck up in the Cambodia, in Dubai, and the Philippines. The government is not applying any effort to bring them back home, but accepting money to bring criminals into our country. The society that are already struggling with hardship, but the government deal are no more. And everything that's happening on our watch, they will pay for it. Thanks for the time, Mr. Andrew.
All right. Let's go this way. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Andrew.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. My name is Luba Sending, and I'm fully continuing to pass this after me, a prime member of concern that for justice. Well, Mr. Andrew, we see the issue of low difficulty. For some of us, we always call it BBC and what have you. We knew that money was behind it. But the government will not be straight to tell the Latin people because they got money behind it. So they will tell you that who will get up. Don't be surprised one of these days when you get stuff so great, all coming to Liberia because the old man is sick. She too desperate for money because somebody who started in life with 50 people, give you something, give it good. You must know the kind of people you get there. Any kind of thing will come to the country. I've listened to the from Nigeria. That's so well because it is a shame for our country. They make it no way all of we stand and say, oh, the people doing well. Let's see the West international economy are saying outside Liberia. When you're talking to the country now, thank you, brother. In fact,
All right, Chief. Thank you too. Have a nice day. Yeah, so American is taking Daniel Sano to court. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
And you, that was still whole time still talking about put every size of government. They are just in power yesterday. They were complaining every time.
Yeah, wait now. Don't rush. Take your time. Yeah. Say that again. Wait now. Yeah, but wait now. Wait now. I want you to take time to talk. Don't worry. When I called you up, relax yourself. So start from the beginning.
Which beginning?
The way you started. The way you started.
So you're not talking about everything. Oh, you make it part of that. Everything on the back. You that is doing that special. You make it go nice part of freedom. You still say.
So let me ask you now. You say
ask me the question.
So you say you make we're making people not follow the station. So you who now? No, you who now? You who now? You who now? Wait now. Hey, my man, don't get vexed. That you're in power now. Don't get vexed. That we don't want to get. So you say now we're making people not following the station. We're making people not following the station. So you who now? That's why I'm asking you who.
You know we say follow the station.
Hey, bye. My man, you're answering the question.
Okay,
you who?
Let me answer the question.
You who now? Okay, so wait now. Yeah, okay, you answer the question, you citizen, so you have the right. Yeah, this is a public service broadcaster. So yesterday now, Unity Party, they were on who?
Unity Party was focusing on it.
You're stupid guy. Get off the line. Come on, man. How you say Unity Party? I say your party move from here, man. You're stupid, man. Dull, man. Yeah. You should be a regret to your family, sir. Yeah. Let's go, yeah. Hello? Hello? Yes.
Actually, how you doing?
Fine.
Good morning from Minnesota. This is Mary Rebecca. Oh, just listening to you and everybody. I just wanted to take a little part on the show. What did the show say on?
Yeah, you are on the air, Mama. You are on the air right now.
Okay, thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much for what you guys doing for our country. You know, one of the things I tell the Unity Party, they think that they can intimidate Liberians. The Liberian people, they think they can intimidate or that scare tactics and things. When the indigenous speak, the whole country gets scared. Just for the matter, just made one statement. He even showed in the whole country, the jokery all over the place. They told him all kinds of things. They think John will have built, he will never ever break it down. The country will be peaceful. Joel is not the first person. Drugs in their administration, then you go back. What sense it made? The only thing that some of we are here and we're praying, the vocal the last time on the radio, that's what made them mad. They said they're coming after her. So yeah, they bring it on. The only time I want to tell my president, why you build, you can't break it. And I know he will not break it. He's a peaceful person, and he loves his citizen. There is no way he will put his citizen into chaos. Let everyone relax. Yeah, United Party do what they want to do. 2029 is coming. They just want to urge the citizen. The people that are pouring into our country, the deputies, we got to be very careful in our various communities. Keep eyes on your children. Some of them, they are rapists and they put them in prison. Their country refused them for Liberia, say, especially the administration, say anything that is evil, that it is love, that it can work with, that what the people coming in our country. Your children and the neighbors, the community, don't wash your back, and God will take us through. President Where is coming in country, he's not coming to fight anybody. That his country, he's coming. When he in country, the country will be peaceful. This thing will pass. The only thing let Joel be safe. You give her her medication. Like I say, Ellen Johnson Sally, Madam Ellen Johnson Sally went to prison before. So Joel will not be the first person. And she will not be the last. The only thing, the allegation against her, it will not be proved. That's all we pray for. Thank you for having me. And thanks for what you're doing for our country. Have a blessed weekend.
Right. Nice one. Thank you too for coming on, my Rebecca. I appreciate it. Let's go this way. We take few calls, at most 2, 3, then we go. Hello.
Yeah. Brother, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just watching step back on the phone with James Speaker this number 11. No government that we are on today, they started messing up with the country until we are come to the hardest. No people are coming. Can you imagine when it's done there in our country, what will happen to our grandchildren, our sister there, they begin to bomb at them? Like 1,000 to some more human being when they say fire, you know, how many persons will be generated in Liberia by those devotees? So let me tell you, Joseph Walker been trying all a weak way to get rid of the citizen, but he will never, like I said the last time, even at the level with Joe, we are who alone standing will defeat the party for 2029. They will never make it, and they will try, but they will never make it. Thank you.
Thank you too for calling. Have a nice day. Women's line, let's go. Then we go home. Hello? Yeah, all right.
Hello?
Yeah, you're on the air, madam.
Yeah,
let's hear you. Oh, let's hear you. Let's hear you. Let's talk about it, class prefect.
I just like what you did with my copy man. That time in the like so when I was sick. You're gonna put out here, you're gonna put the down there and the public. You're get your you want to talk about one thing I want us not to know is the right of peace men will not uncertainly come to deny the election. But I hate people, I hate people fight. Oh, but you gotta say, you never can together. If I point against this one man, once the political parties want to bring the one down, why they so confused, you know, this crowd, so him. They to take the lead, but they say, so I just cry over every so what will come. When you put not let the 1 hour repetition, yeah. I just why should we come? That was like that. So those who were against the year to clear the water, stop and stop for there, like I said, there's a person like can you come to door? The boy is calling on them. Everybody is that. I just yet the quality the way to but what I was like that when you saw the one where you should come for what? What do you want to come from? Look up stage and we have got people when not with but they're the ones taking the lead. They should be the one to take the lead.
Let's stop following me. And they are the peace. He is coming because our own system is now well. He's coming to make sure everything to be on the portrait. And not going to negotiate with that yet. Let's go on and all. So that you take a lead. That you stop inviting them. But we're going to go. We're going to go. You will go. Let's go. Yeah, but the devil is so that you get us out. You get the fire and ain't going to do it. Because he told them to go. This brother is a criminal. Let's go and get that. All the information teach us. So we start with just my third guy wants to pray like this for you. They were just there that they were to know. Thank you very much.
Thank you too for calling. Have a nice weekend. Let's talk about the class prefect Agatha Glasgow. Last one, then we are out. Hello?
Hi. Yes. Good afternoon, Mr. Andrews.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. Mr. Andrew, I am Spencer Mohammed, and I call from down Coast Spoon Hill. Winter community, a member of concern like the prayer for justice. Mr. Andrews, I just want to respond to my brother who called. My brother, your President Bouakai was in power for 12 years. He served as vice president. He told you that you had opportunity to improve your life. He squandered it. He told you he was living on loan. 6 months after 12 years, you were protesting all around. You didn't see that one? 6 months, your president keep on power. 6 months, he was protesting your own lobby. You didn't see him? 6 months, President Bouakai keep on power. Why did he endorsed the step-down campaign of President Weah? You didn't see it? That brought the pressure between he and Women Pay, that later expelled Women Pay as your Unity Party chairman. You didn't see it? Oh, that today now, then he said, John, we are just for power. What are we doing? Is Mr. Andrew insulting you on the higher insulting President Weah? Is Mr. Andrew insulting both of the what Henry Costa they were doing around here to you people? Has Mr. Andrew ever said 16 billion got missing in the country? Has Mr. Andrew ever talked about all of that? No, you guys need to be serious. That's why President Weah gave you the chance. You all say you all know him better. Who gave the chance? Then when President Weah remains silent, you all say the opposition weak. The opposition weak. When President Weah released statement, you all say, what will President Weah do? What will opposition do? Look, Unity Party, you guys get the power on the matter of last decision to allow you to die in your own pool. 2029, nothing you will do to go beyond 2029. Every Liberian know that you can lie. So to defeat the thing you're anticipating, it will not happen. What should be the former vice president. Let the former vice president go through. But failure to go through, the blacks will be squarely on the jet.
For calling in. Have a nice weekend. Thank you. Thanks to every one of you for spicing up the show. We appreciate you. Thank you so very kindly. You've been so good, so massive, so extraordinary from Monday to today, Friday, putting in your time, energy, and resources. We are grateful. You are the inspiration we need. All of you, our callers, supporters, everybody. So we go home now. It's the weekend. We got to dance into our usual. The World Cup gone. It's history now. Domestic football returns. FC Barcelona is on Sunday. We got a game today, but not as attractive as Barcelona and Real Madrid. Arsenal is trying to get Julian Alvarez after Atletico Madrid people say they weren't selling the man to us, FC Barcelona. And Arsenal coach Mikel Arteta, according to Fabrizio Romano, has been talking to Atletico Madrid people behind the scene. And they decided to sell Julian Alvarez to Arsenal since he's insisting he wants to leave the club. But he shouldn't be sold to Barcelona. And the player himself is consistent with what he said to them. He's not wavering that he will not go to another club other than Barcelona. So Atletico Madrid been playing this, yeah, not Correa. Oh, they won't sell him, man. But listen, it just started at the coach. But for me, I really freak for that guy. Well, Atletico Madrid, he didn't do much, man. According to the stats, he will score 1 or 2 goals. I think what BBC said about him, that he went almost 4 months without scoring. Now, that is not a prolific striker. People say he's strong, but I don't think really he's that kind of player that Barcelona is looking for in terms of clinical finisher. Yeah, but the coach sees him differently, just as we see him differently. I think Lautaro Martinez is a goal getter. He's aggressive. He has the area advantage. He has just almost everything. I think Lautaro Martinez, I have always liked that guy. Yeah, I've always. Julian Alvarez, though I don't have a strong feeling for him. Atletico Madrid, we saw him throughout the season. From the very first day he entered, he didn't do much. Atletico Madrid didn't go anywhere. They were just opportune to have won a trophy by beating Barcelona. That was the trophy they won. The second leg, they could not beat Barcelona. They were opportune to have drawn. I think 1 game they beat Real Madrid. That's all. But Atletico Madrid is not a competitive side. Even the latest game they play in the new season, against Malaga, they were struggling. They were just opportune to have scored those 2 goals. But the real struggle, looking at that team facing any strong La Liga side, will beat them. Many days they will beat Atletico Madrid. Many days. If I were Julian Alvarez, he has to. But he himself, Julian Alvarez, to look, listen, Barcelona fans, you don't worry about that guy. You don't get so freaked. You don't put everything on that man as if he's coming to give Barcelona trophies. No. The man himself is playing the same hanky-panky game. He doesn't want to leave Atletico Madrid. He doesn't want Atletico Madrid people to feel bad. He doesn't want Barcelona people to feel bad. You can't be like that in life. Just as the people say in politics, you can't be cat and dog. Yeah? You want to be dog, be dog. You want to be cat, be cat. If you want to leave Atletico Madrid, prove to Barcelona, tell the whole world, make the whole world to know that you want to leave. Take action, just as other players did, and they left. And Atletico Madrid will be forced to sell. But you won't say anything. You're not doing anything. You returning to training. The coach just say, okay, my man, because they think going this way, sit down on the bench. You will not play Malaga game. Then Barcelona too, they're waiting for the man. How you be waiting for somebody that is not applying any effort since the World Cup ended? Barcelona say, oh, waiting for the man. When the man come from a vacation, the man ended a vacation, he returned. He didn't do anything. The meeting he said he was going to have with Atletico Madrid president to say he wants to leave, he did not have the meeting. The man returned to training. Then you're still behind that kind of man. Barcelona too, they can do some things there, man. You got Google strikers then, swift beginner, very clinical. They won't come to the club to prove something. Then you're behind like Julian Alvarez, man, that went for four months without scoring. That man looked at Barcelona tap, 4 months. What kind of player? Even Lewandowski that passed his football age, he never went 4 months. Not even 2-3 weeks without scoring 2-3 goals. Then the man went 4 months without a goal. That man Barcelona running after. So we're back to enjoy ourselves over the weekend with football. Real Madrid is on at 7:30 tomorrow. 7:30, they're making Beamer that their team, there will be 5, there will be 6. There will be 7, no problem. At least they're playing before us. When they finish getting their 3 points, then we'll go on Sunday. Sunday at 7:30. 7:30 against Elche. And then we'll secure our 3 points. Then we'll wait for Real Madrid on Wednesday. When they play on Saturday, they play on Wednesday. Between those 2 games, Real Madrid will drop points. Real Madrid playing, your Real Madrid fans, you know it. Real Madrid playing Saturday, 7:30 Liberian time. And then they play Wednesday. They play this weekend, Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Then they play Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. The schedule is loaded. They will drop points no matter what. We want Madrid to lose the 2 seasons that we have already prayed. We have our prayer for Real Madrid. Our prayer. Lord, don't allow Real Madrid to lose a game. Let them just draw. The 2 seasons we prayed that prayer. We Barcelona fans, 2 seasons. That what happened to Real Madrid. When the fans finish boasting, oh, the other one, they call all the Tata players. Kylian Mbappe will score 2. Vinicius will score hat-trick. We say, no problem. When we go sit down, when they learn the scoreboard, 1-0. Oh, Real Madrid leading 2. 8 minutes to go, 2-1. 5 minutes to go, 2-2. 90 minutes, stay 2-2. Final whistle, 2-2. I say after the game of course, I see Real Madrid fans say best. That's Sarkozy. My man Rufo. My man Rufo, the man that journalists do, the man left Real Madrid and nobody busy. Before Real Madrid game get started, Rufus Divine Brooks will read 19 paragraphs praising Real Madrid fans. Hey, but when they finish beating Real Madrid, that 19 paragraph he read, he's going to read 50, condemning everybody, criticizing the coach. John Rufus. So yesterday we met out there. I said, for me, get ready to read 15, 20, 30 paragraphs again. So this season, we want Madrid to lose any game. Just draw. We just want to hear Real Madrid. How Madrid game? Oh, they put 1-1, 0-0, 2-2, 3-3. Now, 2 seasons that the prayer will pray for Real Madrid, we carry the cup. This season, and they got Mourinho. The Spanish people know Mourinho. Mourinho, your Real Madrid fans, you get ready. You're going to see your team that fighting. Because when Mourinho coaching Real Madrid, Mourinho now coach Real Madrid with a successful season. Real Madrid season under Mourinho is always characterized with fighting, with complaint, with bunch of red cards, with suspension, with threats, all kinds of stuff that Mourinho read there. So maybe this time around, he will change his behavior. But he can make palaver with his players. He can cause a player. He can keep speech from a player. He can substitute the player when he put the player in, say when the 45 minutes starts. He put the player in. That player ain't doing anything. In 15 minutes time, he take the player from there. He's emotional. Yeah, he's temperamental. So that one, we play on Real Madrid. Or we make sure that Vinicius Jr. will not be performing. Kylian Mbappe will not be doing what Mourinho will get vexed. He will start cursing them. Then Kylian Mbappe will keep speech from him. How they call him? Vinicius will stop going on practice ground. You will see. Less than no time, they will sack Mourinho. FCB was greatest. We're on Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Everybody, y'all get ready. Y'all get your jersey. Sunday, 7:30. Because we were a Christian club. Real Madrid, that, how they call them? That you are witness. Yeah, so who did it in way? For we were a Christian club, we gotta go to church. After Sunday, then we'll get ready, 7:30. Put our game to 7:30. Let's see if that's that. Patricia, I see you. FCB was greatest. Get ready. If you don't have a team, let me speak to the young girls. Because they're getting into the football business, they're good. It's good. You don't have football club. You don't go to Real Madrid. My girls, you go to FC Barcelona. The girls that are supporting Real Madrid, they're regretting. Because they don't enjoy good football. They can't carry nothing. Things just bother. So they don't want to leave to go on the other side. You come to FC Barcelona. What's great? When you say in Barcelona, you're saying blessing. When you're a supporter of Barcelona, you are blessed. When you support Real Madrid, you are cursed. So you all come. My girls, my boys, everybody, you all come to FC Barcelona. You all get your jersey this season. We're playing on Sunday at 7:30. 7:30, FC Barcelona versus Elche. We're playing away. After that, we are playing, I think, let me see schedule. Thursday. We should be playing Thursday or Friday because Real Madrid is playing Wednesday. Real Madrid is playing Wednesday, so we should be playing Thursday or Friday. But yeah, let me see. Today is Real Betis versus Real Sociedad at 1 p.m. Not 1 p.m. local. We probably 1 p.m. long time. 7 p.m. 7 p.m. 7 p.m. 7 p.m. today. Then tomorrow at 3 p.m. Tomorrow, Saturday, 3 p.m. Atletico Bilbao versus Sevilla, 3 p.m. On tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. Valencia versus Celta Vigo. On tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Real Madrid versus Espanyol. Real Madrid playing away. Then on August 23rd, that will be on Sunday at 3 p.m. Atletico Madrid versus Villarreal. The same August 23rd, the same Getafe versus Racing Santander, 7:30 p.m. Barcelona versus Elche. Yes. Then on Monday 5:30, Osasuna versus Levante. On Monday, 7:30 p.m., Malaga versus Deportivo. Then on Tuesday of next week, October 25th, Tuesday of next week, 7 p.m., Valencia versus Real Betis. Then on Wednesday, after Tuesday of next week, on Wednesday, Real Madrid versus Real Sociedad at 7 p.m. Real Madrid Sociedad on next week, Wednesday. Then on Thursday, Celta Vigo versus Osasuna. Okay, Barcelona will be playing on Thursday. So Real Madrid play next week, Wednesday, and then Barcelona play next week, Thursday. At 7 p.m., Barcelona will play Atletico Bilbao. So Real Madrid playing on Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Their next game will be on Wednesday, 7 p.m. Then Barcelona play on Sunday, 7:30 p.m. Then they play next week, Thursday at 7 p.m. Atletico Bilbao. Tough schedule. Very tough. Then after that, Real Madrid will play on August 30th. That will be on Sunday at 3 p.m. Malaga. Then when Barcelona will play Monday. Monday will be the 31st of August, 7:30 p.m. Barcelona versus Rayo Vallecano. These people, they beat us last season. So the season pass. Okay. Rodri. Hey, man. Hey, I get it. Hey, man. I don't have the time, but I wanted to show you something. But anyway, that it will see you. FC Barcelona was great as you finish with the politics, so I'm done with you. Finish with the politics. I'm on my football now. FC Barcelona. Greatest. Let me show you it as quickly as possible. Then we go home. Possible. Let me show you it. Then we go to get ready for Real Madrid. We can really enjoy football. Yeah, far better than politics. Football. If you ain't easy, just imagine the league go nowhere. Yeah. Dear Dennis, oh, the thing sport my ticket, man. Malaga sport my ticket. Hey, man. Say I was just waiting for one goal, 15,000. Look at it. Tear in the ticket. Where are they talking? They tear in the ticket. I want to go tear Dennis. Yeah. The football betting that easy. Hey, man. Yeah, well, what if you all, man? I want to show to my people before I go, especially my FC Barcelona fans. Yeah, okay, they're going through. Yeah, but let's see the thing quickly. Now, just example, just small. What I say? It done? That's small. Let me see. That's small. Then we'll go. Amen. I got thing here, so I see y'all. Anyone respond? I don't know what happening. Let me try again the last time. No way. Yeah, I'm going. Get ready for the weekend. We're watching the first game and second. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. I see you, man, because anyone to internet not really responding. That's the way I wanted to respond. I want to show you something as quickly as I can. Very, very quick. Very quick. I should have done it from the onset, but it slipped my mind. So I didn't put it on the list. Okay, I think I get it now. All right. I think I have it. So let's go this way. And then we'll come. Yeah. Emmanuel, bro, I want you to listen to this thing here. Yeah, what the guy said. A desperate. What? FC Barcelona? Ayaka. Yeah. Can look at Baka, you say Baka or not, please signing. Or Baka fame. Those who say Baka are not signing. What Baka waiting for now? The stream now. The thing, I'm not rushing thing. No. Let me see if I can get it fine. If I can get it, yeah, it out. I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying. Let me see. If not, then we're going another day. For another day. Ain't even showing. Not responding. Not responding at all. Nothing. All right, man. So you want to join us at 8 o'clock tonight when Newton Tokwa and the Dasport team will face the issues. That will be at 8 o'clock. You want to join us at 8 o'clock? Newton Tokwa and the Diaspora team at 8 o'clock will face the issues. You don't want to miss it. If God permits, we're back next week. This is how Real Talk recess for this week to return afresh next week, Monday.
Where you at? Where you stop slipping? Whip your hands. Come on. I know you're sleeping now. You gotta whip us some more, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people fool us, the people lie to us. The government betray us. I said we tired with their lies. We tired with their promises that left us to all our damages. We tired with that speech they preach and be and now unique they deceive us. They think we saw it frustrate us. So why guess you lie? Why guess you steal? Why guess you alive?
The latest news to your favorite tunes. We've got your back morning, night, and afternoon. Join our family, connect with your crew. Kings FM 88.5. Just for you.